Hi,
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm good
So,
too. Thank you for asking.
I was about to ask you. Sorry,
No, you're all good.
I was just looking at the flag. Are you Jewish or
Yes.
so when you live in America and you want to live in Israel, or you
No, I
love to
I
live
was
in
born
Israel?
and raised in America. I've lived here my whole life, but my father and all my family comes from Israel.
So, yeah, I don't know. So, you're Jewish, right? You said you're Jewish.
Yes.
You're not Christians.
Nope. Jewish.
Okay,
Yehudi.
I
Yehudi.
I was talking to another person was actually living in Israel and he was Jewish and he told me that all Jewish people don't believe in God. I don't know if that correct or not.
Absolutely not. La ilaha illallah Musa Rasulallah.
Seriously, you're saying that she had a like Muslim saying, but you're
Mhm.
saying Musa
And you
instead of
say you say
Muhammad.
Muhammad, peace be upon him. We say Musa.
Yes,
We believe in God.
actually, we believe in Musa. We
There's
believe in Musa
as
too.
well. We don't believe in Muhammad respectfully, but we respect your,
I understand. Yeah, yeah. Actually, we believe in Musa. We believe in Jesus. Like
Mhm.
it's called Isa in our religion as a
Yes.
prophet, not as a god. Yeah. So you believe in Christians like in Jesus or yeah, like as a God, as a prophet, or
As for them, absolutely. I think Jesus was brought to the Christians for their messenger, just like Muhammad was brought to you guys for your messenger. We just don't follow.
no? I mean, like you don't believe in Muhammad as a prophet, as a real prophet. So what about Jesus? Do you believe is Jesus a real prophet too?
No, we believe
Yeah,
he's
I understand.
A Jewish man that it was brought to earth for the Christians. That's how we look at him.
So what do you think about what is happening right now in? When I say I'm gonna call it Palestine,
But that's okay.
but I'm
That's
not
okay.
calling. Yeah. So, what do
I
you
think
think about what is
it's
happening as a
tragic.
killing?
Any war is tragic. I don't want war. I wish it was never initiated, you know. I wish that we can stop the jihad, the muqawma, and we can live in peace together with the Palestinians instead of resistance all the time. Coexistence. Let's build bridges, not widen the gap, you know? I don't want deaths on either
So,
side.
so you are considering this as a war, just a war between two
Absolutely.
armies? Because I don't
Absolutely.
see another army. I see just Israeli army are fighting the civilians, killing the children, and you can see that,
No,
right?
I see them targeting Hamas, and just like in any other war, innocent people die. In every war, brother, let's be real. There's no war in history that innocent people don't die, right? So it's sad that Hamas put their civilians in this position to begin with, knowing that Israel's much greater. Let's be honest. Israel is much stronger than Hamas. There's no chance, you know, but they didn't even build one bomb shelter for these people. It's disgusting. They need a better leadership so they don't have to live to die. This ideology, it's corrupt, it's horrible.
So, okay, do you believe that Israel are bombing the hospitals in Palestine or
Absolutely.
in Gaza?
Absolutely.
Is that correct? That
Absolutely.
like targeting Hamas?
Absolutely.
That's right, bombing the hospitals.
It wouldn't be if they weren't using these places as military bases. Where are Hamas's military bases?
No, they weren't. They weren't good. I know people was in there.
There's lots of proof, brother. Even Hamas put this videos out themselves. They admit to it.
Admit what? They are
Where they use
hiding in the
where they
hospital
have their
and the
yes, where
schools.
they have their artillery, where they build their tunnels, whether it's underneath and between, you know, they show there's videos of the entrances to the tunnels underneath
Yeah,
what is it called? The when you get the MRI machines, you know, there's a tunnel entrance right behind it.
and Israeli army actually are still also targeting the doctors.
And there's
Is
many
that correct or
testimonies
wrong?
too from people that were taken on October 7th that the doctors were the ones that they've killed hostages, they've raped hostages, they held hostages. Not all doctors, of course. There's innocent doctors in Gaza. It's not every doctor, but there's some corrupt ones as well that do side with Hamas. Granted, they have no choice. Some of them I'm sure they want to, and some of them I think, you know, they fear for their life. If they go against Hamas, they know what their fate is going to be. So they have to side with Hamas. Do you have any
So
criticism?
they
Oh,
kill.
hold on. Do you have any criticisms towards the Palestinians? Like, do can they do anything wrong? Have they done anything wrong in your opinion, or is it just Israel?
Okay, let me ask you that. For my no, is that you're asking me? I
Yes.
don't see they did anything wrong. So if you think they did anything wrong, you tell me.
So do you think October 7th was a good thing? Do you think that like worked out for them?
Okay, they did not. Every person they kidnapped, if we can say they kidnapped, uh, that's as a war, is still alive, and came back with a mind like their mindset. It was not destroyed like the Palestinians that kidnapped in the war.
Brother,
They
come on.
came back with
The Bebas babies, Ron Gavilli, there's many that were killed by Hamas. Do you remember the two
in
little
the
redheaded
fight.
boy? No, not in the fight. The redheaded babies. Who takes a 4 month old, a 9 month old hostage? You think that's okay?
What exactly? Can you repeat that again?
Did you hear about the Bebas babies, the two little redhead, Ariel and Kafir Bebas? You had to have heard about them. You had to have. It's like the most famous
Can you
hostages.
type it, please?
Can
Can
I
you type it, please?
type it? Here, I'll show
Type
you.
it. Type it. Yeah, I want to search it.
It's crazy that that doesn't ring a bell though. This is probably one of the most famous hostages. This beautiful little family, they're all gone. And they weren't killed by the IDF.
Uh,
They were killed by
can you
Hamas.
no, please? No, I meant. Can you type this like the names
You can
in the
just type
chat
in
so I can search it?
you can just type in the Bebas family because honestly, every single one of them. The only one
I
that made it
don't.
back. Hold on, it's not my computer's active.
Okay.
The, the mom, the dad,
Beavis family. Okay.
the mom, the dad, and the two babies were all taken alive. The only one who made it back was Yarden, the father. He no longer has his wife or his two little precious babies. And Hamas taunted him with that. They said it's okay. You'll get a new wife, a prettier wife, and you make more babies. It's okay.
So Hamas killed them.
And that's just one
Uh,
family. That's just one family, brother. There's many more. They killed a lot of my people, innocent people, like those two little babies. How can
how many babies they killed?
they've? It doesn't matter. What is too much? If those
Yeah,
babies,
I know it's one too much. I know there's one too much, but
if
how
those
many
babies were
babies they killed in?
if those baby I get what you're getting at, but you're justifying
Yes,
these beautiful little redheads getting slaughtered and taken from their mother's arms, right?
I don't like
If
that.
those,
I against that 100%.
thank you. But if those beautiful, precious little redheaded babies were never taken to begin with, IDF wouldn't be in Gaza. You get it? No babies, no innocent woman, child, elderly would be touched in Gaza if these beautiful family was never destroyed. It's not just the IDF. I'm sure Israel does bad things. I have a lot of criticisms, but Hamas and the Palestinians, they're not, they do bad shit too. It's not just Israel all the time.
Okay, okay, okay. Let's not. We're not gonna argue about Hamas, but let's say they are punishing Hamas by killing like hundreds of, not hundreds, it's thousands of children for, let's say, we are I'm killing children because you are killed children.
No, it's a big difference, okay? These babies were taken. This is just one family I'm using as an example. God rest their
Okay,
soul, they
okay.
should still be here. There's many more stories of other children that Hamas killed by their own hands. Now, if the IDF were going in there and actively hunting children, that would be a different story. That's not what they're doing. That's not what they're doing. There's so much proof that Hamas hides behind their civilians. They've said it themselves that they want the death toll to go up because they know the retards in the West will say, "Oh my God, the women, the children." The publicity is crazy. There's two wars, I say: the boots on the ground and then the media war. That's the one war we're losing is the media war. If these babies were never taken, no babies in Gaza would be dying. But the only difference is these babies were targeted because they're Israeli, because they're Yahud. They wanted the death toll is only so low. Our babies, the death toll is so low because the IDF stopped them. They protect our civilians. Hamas doesn't do that to their civilians. They killed everything and anything that they can get their hands on, including house pets, including Holocaust survivors, people bedridden. They would have killed much more if the IDF allowed it.
For information, I don't know if Hamas is right or wrong.
They're wrong,
As a
brother. They're
Muslim, I
wrong.
don't know. Okay, I don't know. So,
You're a
but I don't
Muslim?
care.
Are you Muslim?
I don't. Yes, I'm Muslim.
You
Yes.
know, one of my biggest quarrels though is I have nothing against Muslims. I think we have meet Jews and Muslims, we have the most in common. But when I see Muslims trying to tiptoe around the fact that Hamas, they might not be bad, they might be, it's like saying, "Oh, ISIS, they could be okay." These are bad people that take your religion, take your prophet, and shit all over it. They ruin your image to the world, and you got a lot of people in the West viewing all Muslims to have this mentality, which is false. It's not true. These are
What about
extreme.
the Israel? Israel doing the same now. You can see that in your country at least.
Well,
Israel are doing the
there's
same
both.
for your
There's
image.
extremists against Muslims, and then there's extremists against my people too, Jewish people. It goes both ways, and I don't like it, whether it's against your people or my people. We're not all extremists. Yes, both groups have some extreme forms. I would argue Muslims have a lot larger armies, but I would like to see nice. You seem very peaceful, very relaxed, amazing. You seem like a good person.
Thank you.
You should
Thank you.
denounce this shit and say, no, this is not a Muslim. Muslims don't act like this. Hamas are animals. And if you care about the Palestinians, which I do, the first step is to denounce Hamas. They need better leadership, people that actually really care about them, that don't want them to live to be a shaheed and a martyr and glorify their death to the Arab brothers. But then to the West, they're like the women, the children. It's bullshit, brother. They don't care about their civilians. I care about them more than they do.
Actually, civilians in Palestine uh, don't have anyone to protect them.
To protect them?
That's why there is no one to protect them. No
Absolutely.
one.
I agree. And it's sad.
Yeah, and they are. I don't know, and
It's
they
sad.
are actually. They are also don't say that Hamas is wrong.
I agree. And I
I don't
think that's
know.
a problem within the
So why?
Palestinian
Yeah.
society. They need
So
to
Muslims
because they agree with Hamas. Some of them, not all of them. I would argue that some of them are actually against Hamas now. That
agree
Hamas,
with some
some of them
people that are leading the war to them.
say that again, brother. I didn't hear you.
If I were them, um, I would not be with some people are leading a war to me. Like they are making a war. They are making a war, and they are cause me to be killed.
That's how they should
I
see it,
won't be
but
with
they
them.
but they
So
don't
why Palestinians are with them? I
because
agree with them.
their whole school systems. I don't know. You should look into what the Palestinian kids are taught and what their schools look like. It's really like I grew up watching Elmo and Sesame Street, Teletubbies, Barney. They don't learn.
I
They
want
learn
to tell you something. I
what?
have a Palestinian. We have a lot of Palestinians in Egypt, and they are actually lived in Palestine, not lived in Egypt and call themselves Palestine. I have a lot of Palestinians in Egypt. I know a lot of Palestinian kids, and they are very normal kids. I swear they are
Absolutely,
so normal kids.
absolutely.
Uh, the kids who are being like that, that's who have their parents killed in front of their eyes. So they all think about they want revenge.
I
That's
disagree with
why
that.
they.
The Palestinians specifically within Gaza, right? They're indoctrinated at a very young age, which is sad because they're it's giving them no future. And regardless of whether they're indoctrinated, I still see them as a kid. I don't want them to be killed. God forbid. I want to help them and I want to educate them properly. But when you use that argument, like, okay, yes, of course, it's tragic. I'm sure they've lost family members, many of them, as have I. So did my father. My grandmother, I've watched her tattoos. I barely have a father side of my family because most of them were killed in the Holocaust. You don't see me going out and actively hunting Germans. It's just not, I, the Germans' ancestors shouldn't have to pay for it doesn't make sense. But you seem like a sweetheart, brother. You really do. Just do a little bit more research in it. Continue. You can criticize Israel all you want, absolutely.
Suggest
But find
suggest
the
to
right
me.
cause. Look at how Hamas treat their civilians because it's not good. Look at what the kids are taught in Gaza, specifically in the schools in Gaza. And the West Bank is a totally different story. It's a whole nother shit show, unfortunately. But I pray for a day that we can all share the land, one state, coexist in harmony.
I will search for those things.
Well, I
Trust me.
appreciate the respectful conversation. It's beautiful.
Me too. Me too.
Happy Ramadan.
I didn't know your
God bless
name.
you. I'm Alex. What
Oh,
was your
thank
name?
you. Alex, I'm Ashraf.
Ashraf, nice to meet you. Thank you for the respectful
Nice to
conversation
meet
again.
you,
It's hard
Alex.
to find on here,
Thank
so
you
I
too.
respect you.
Thank you. Have a
Have a
good
good
day.
one. Enjoy your Ramadan. Bye. You know, that was a nice conversation, and from he's from Egypt. That's really rare to find. God bless him, okay? I think he is just seeing one side of the media. He's not fact checking anything, and he's just following the narrative that's getting pushed on his algorithm or within his friends group, and he's not challenging it. But the fact that I thought for sure when he looked up the Beavis babies, it was going to be like on Al Jazeera and it was going to say the IDF did it, He didn't though. He retracted his last statement and said that's horrible, which I respect that a lot. So God bless him. God bless the beautiful Beavis babies and Shiri, and God bless Yarden. I don't go a day without thinking about this gorgeous family. And Ali Sharabi as well. That was just one story. There's many more. God bless you guys. I love you guys. I respect you guys. God bless you. God bless America. Am Israel Chai.